San Diego Unified is kicking off its second annual anti-vaping campaign for students. Here with all the details, San Diego Board Unified Trustee Sabrina Bazzo. She sat down and I just I have a 12-year-old and I'm having these conversations with my 12 and my 14-year-old, and you know, you're a mom, so you get it. You get it and you understand that. How do you do that in school? These are your babies, and then they go to school and all of a sudden they're exposed to all of these things that you have to talk to your kids about.
And I think the thing about vaping versus maybe when we were in school and it was more cigarettes is vaping is more, I think, insidious, because a kid can be vaping in class. My daughters have told me, you know, students can vape, they can breathe down their shirts, and you know, people don't know. So it's even more concerning, I think, than cigarettes. So, you know, it can be done, you know, in bathrooms, and there's a lot less evidence.
There's a lot of evidence, right? Because if it was a cigarette, you knew what was happening. And now they smell like bubble gum. So you have this campaign, San Diego Unified, kicking off second annual anti-vaping campaign. How was this created? How is it funded? What's the whole goal of this?
Yeah, sure. So a few years ago, actually, when I first joined the board, we had recently had a settlement from Juul. It was several school districts from across the country, and we received some funding from Juul. Juul's the company that makes vapes and vape products.
Right.
And it was going to go into our general fund because, you know, school districts are always, you know, hurting for, you know, as far as budget. And I said, well, wait a minute, we need to take some of this money and we need to actually do a student awareness campaign around vaping, because that's the whole purpose of receiving the money. And my background is as a public health educator. I've been a health educator in the community for 30 years. So it's really something that's of strong interest to me. You know, it goes with our whole child philosophy, where if students aren't focused, if they're not mentally in a place to be able to learn, they're not going to be able to perform in school.
That messaging really sticks with them. I mean, I had my 6-year-old jump in the car the other day and goes, "Mommy, we say no to drugs." Like, that was the stuff that we grew up with. So these messages that are just repeated over and over again and kind of embedded. In the past, have students come up with these messages on their own, or how does it work?
So yeah, we give the students a lot of, you know, creative, they can use their voice is the idea, and it's both posters and videos. And the video that we got that won, it was a Mira Mesa High School student last year, our first year, and he did the video through the perspective of a locker.
Is this it? Is this what we're looking at?
No, that's just
example.
That's just a kid walking out of. Usually they're not that quite dramatic when they walk out, but a student vaping in the bathroom. But yes, that is. But it was from the perspective of looking out of the locker and watching kind of his whole, you know, how he evolved from vaping to not, you know, to quitting. And another student had done around Legos, like it was animated, and he used Legos. Yeah, so.
How creative.
Yes, they always come up with fantastic ideas.
Do you think these student messages help in cutting down vaping instances?
I mean, I think so. I was talking to our student advisory board, which is like representatives from each of our high schools last night, and I think more than us, maybe even as parents, at that age, you know, middle and high school, so your peer groups are so important to you. So I think it's important to get that message from them and not from us kind of talking down to them.
Yeah, because they are that environment, right? All the cool kids are doing it, and then when you start to see the friends and people around that you trust, then it's very easy to just kind of slide right in there.
Yeah, and we're also trying from a perspective, we're even working with, you know, our UTK kindergarten grades. And obviously and obviously at that, you know, there you have to have, you know, parent and teachers participation, but having the students, like, kind of even just thinking about the, you know, why that's important and why, you know, they shouldn't even start, because those behaviors can start even 5th, 6th grade. We're seeing it really early, which is
5th grade.
Yeah, it's really, really concerning, because the earlier you start, the more chance you have of being hooked for life as well. So.
This campaign and for students being involved, is this something open to all the students? Do you encourage them to be a part of it? If there's people watching right now and they want their kid to get involved, like how do you do it?
Yeah, so we have various different ways. We are providing through the counselors at the schools, the principals and the teachers. There's a link being provided for them to provide to students. We're also at the high school levels providing it directly to students through different avenues at their schools. Elementary school, it would be through the parents. We're providing emails, different avenues at the elementary school for the parents, the teachers, and the principals to get involved.
And you pick one campaign to win, or is it?
We're choosing a poster and a video at the elementary school level and then at the middle and high school level.
And what happens if you're chosen?
Well, first of all, they do get a cash prize. It's small, but just a little incentive. I think it's like $50. But I think most of the kids aren't really even doing it for that. They're doing it really, just to show their creativity and we want to hear their voice. And one of the also target groups last year we didn't have really high participation was middle school because that's where it's really those behaviors are really starting to form. So yeah, we really want higher participation. If there's any middle school parents or kids listening out there, we'd love to have you participate as well.
Is there a place parents can check out for more information on this, or is there?
Sure, yeah, it should be on our district website, and we also, again, will be having it at the school level, so they can ask. The best way to probably do that is to ask the teacher. If they don't see an email, there should be emails coming out for all of our schools across the district, but if people aren't, don't see that or want to be proactive, reach out to their teacher.
That's very creative, very cool way to be able to engage that generation, and hopefully they'll get through this next few years without sliding into it. Thank you for being here and sharing.
Thank you for having me.
So we'll get the information up on our website just in case any of you are looking for it, foxeyesandiego.com. Click the Scene On tab. We'll be right back.